Welcome to the first episode of our new podcast called Spillin some Bubble Tea that we are starting today. So, hello.
Trying to do.
Well, trying. Yeah, that's a good point. Trying. We're seeing where it's going.
You wanna do, what was it, the about yourself thing? What was it?
Oh, yes, the intro, right. The
Yeah.
actual intro. Okay, so I'm sure a number of people who are going to see this are going to actually know who we are because
Yeah.
it stands to reason that's how you'd end up here. But if you don't know, or if you want us to tell you, we'll run through a little bit of who we are and why we're doing this and kind of, what led us to it. So, hello, I am Zari. A little bit about me. I am 22 years old and I'm a complete Nintendo nerd, if that doesn't... All of this will show.
Very posh, very posh.
I'm Irish, though it's unlikely you'd be able to hear that because the majority of time I get told that I sound American and I get asked which state I'm from. Well, it still happens, dude. It still happens, okay? But yeah, just to iron that out before we get too far into this, I am Irish, not American. Just so you know, I've been a competitive Splatoon player. I'm probably going to get properly back into it. I stream, I commentate Splatoon, and just play a lot of freaking games, dude. Like, video games are a pretty good escape in these trying times. But yeah, I also study computer science. I like programming, baking, writing, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, that is me. I don't know if there's anything else you kind of need to know. I like seals and blue.
Oh,
there
yes. Yes.
Very important.
Very important.
I have a lot of seal plushies, and they've all got names.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Okay, well, my name is...
You have so many Stitch plushies. You
no,
can't
you was gonna say! You stole my thunder. God damn it. Any fucking you. I need to pause on the game because I'm lying too much.
Yeah.
My name is Ty. No, my name is Afro Ty. Ty if you're my friend. I like purple is supreme color, so shut up. Purple supreme color, so I am literally that girl. You endorse
the
purple.
number of people I know who are that girl, though.
Shush.
You're not alone in it.
Shush. Anyway, well, yeah, I've been playing video games for most of my life. My family have a very video game background anyway, so I was brought up with that. I love cooking, I love baking, I love Stitch, I love Disney, period. But I love Stitch as my little blue baby, so I guess I like blue.
only in the flavor of Stitch, though.
Yeah.
That's the only blue you'll stick with.
I've dabbled in and out of competitive Splatoon, but right now I'm just chilling because it's too much effort right now.
Yeah, there's enough going wrong in the world.
But what else was I gonna say? I main Rainmaker and I main Breath Bombs, so if you want a Rainmaker 1v1 me, you can.
She will murder you with weapons that aren't her main.
I am the opposite of Zari in personality-wise and swear-wise. Like,
that'll come up a lot. Just saying, it will.
I am Black, British, Caribbean, so I have that little spice in me, as people have always called me spicy. So also that's another like.
Well, you're certainly not mild, so.
Yeah, so that's another polar opposites. Like we have two completely different backgrounds, especially of how we were brought up. Some similar and some stupidly
completely different. Yeah.
But yeah, anything else?
Well, except for Splatoon, tell me another game like you love.
I'm so picky with games. It's unreal. Like, only since I started streaming, I actually started to play games more because people were suggesting it, or I would actually see something that I liked. However, which I don't like to say, but I am very into fashion. On the 3DS there was a, what was it? New Style Boutique, and I bought all three of them. I had the trilogy, and I was playing the shell of them. I completed the first two. The third one, it was getting so boring. I'm like, yeah, I'm too old for this now. So,
yeah, there's a certain you play enough of the same type of game constantly, and you're like,
yeah, but I do
appreciate the new content, but
yeah, I've been hunting for something like that to fill the empty void in my heart. But
to fill that itch, yeah.
Yeah,
because Splatoon doesn't really do that for you.
No, not anymore. It's pretty sad. But yeah, I like that. I watch a lot of gaming videos because I didn't have a gaming console, so like all I could do was watch other people game. So that was, I still do that to this day. And was it like people like the Game Grumps? I just, humor and gameplay is like best thing they could give
Supreme.
me. It's so good, and if you do the humor right and you don't like give a fuck, then it's even better. So yeah.
Yeah, you kind of, that's very different from me, because especially with the Twitch side of things, I was never very into Twitch, even though I am a streamer now. It was just never really something that I had time for or really interested me, because I had so many games to play anyway.
Yeah, like online is a massive part of my life, like it's stupidly big part of my life. Whether it be Twitch or YouTube or Discord, I literally have a whole relationships on Discord. So like,
we will get to that.
yeah, but like it is a massive part of my life, and how even going to Splatoon, how I met friends, how I met this idiot, or continue to talk to this idiot, really, because we have each other's numbers and we don't even text. We talk.
No, it's all on Discord. It's all on Discord. 100%. Yep.
So it's weird, but you know, it'd be like that.
It do. But yeah, so we're gonna get started, and we're gonna be playing a bit of Splatoon single player in the background, while we just talk about Splatoon this podcast. We're trying to figure out what we want to do, so we're gonna start with Splatoon. It's close to both of our hearts. It's how we met. I'm starting with this tutorial. We've both played a lot of Splatoon, so tutorial do be simple.
I was already trying to jump before I even started, but I realized I couldn't. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, because it keeps it from you. It's very, very sad.
Let me try harder.
I'm just following these balloons. But yes, so where are we starting from? Yeah, well, pretty much how we started. Yeah, there you go. Because yeah, as I said, Splatoon very close to both of our hearts at this point. Too many R's in these games. That's for freaking sure.
You can go first on how you started.
Well, I think it was right. Splatoon 1 came out, what? I want to say 2015, wasn't it? Like, May
I didn't play it, so
yeah. I hope I'm getting this right, but I'm pretty sure it's May 2015. I was still but a young thing, finishing exams, and I'd seen at E3, I'd seen a trailer of Splatoon, so thought it was pretty awesome. Mentioned it in passing to my parents, being like, "Oh, this is a pretty cool game," and then thought nothing else of it. Just got on with my exams. It was all good. And then, as a present for finishing my exams, my parents were like, "Oh, here you go. Have a video game to keep you occupied for a summer." It was only supposed to last for a summer. That was what, like,
made most of your career out of it, but you know.
like 6 years ago now.
You can blame your parents for all of this.
Yep, yeah, they did this. They didn't realize it, but they did. And then I then lost a lot of hours to Splatoon 1. Loved it so much. Oh my word. The memories. So I tried to figure out what weapons I even liked and how to make sure not to paint the walls in Turf 4. It was good times.
I don't know, for me that seemed pretty obvious though.
Yeah, well, it took... I was one of those newbies. I was one of the OGs that,
No gamer sense?
Well, they don't specifically tell you not to paint the walls, but then it is supposed to be a... Yeah, you get to a point where you're like, I don't think this is adding to the final score.
Yeah.
And then you become one of the not noobs, and you're like, lol, look at those noobs painting walls, and you completely don't think about that it was you not too long ago. But yeah, I think that's my intro, because I don't want to get into competitive or weapons yet, but that's how I ended up playing Splatoon.
Well, unlike Zari over here, I didn't get to play Splatoon 1. Because I had 3DSs, or I would go to like my uncle's house because he had like a Wii U, and I didn't really have a console that was like for me, I guess. So Splatoon is like my first proper. I mean, the Switch was like my first proper console for me. So like, what was it? One day I was at my grandparents' house and my cousin came over and he was like showing me this game. I'm like, oh, this kind of looks cool.
Whoa.
I'm like, he was playing it and he was showing me. I'm like, okay. And he said he was like a decent player. So I'm like, So he gave me like, let me try it, and I tried it, and I found out pretty quickly that I was actually pretty good at it on my first try. So I'm like, I need to get this, but I didn't have money, so I was like, when I get money, then I'll need to get it. So what was it? Went to my granddad took us out, me and my cousins to go shopping. Just slid the Switch over. I was like, here you go. I was like, can I get a game of it? He was like, yeah. I was like, bet, getting Splatoon 2. I just grinded the game. Oh my god, it was sad. The amount of hours, it's just grind. I didn't play anything else, literally. That's just me in general. Whenever I get something new, I just freaking grind the shit out of it.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, you just take I still take complete notions for games now, and I'm like, okay, I really enjoying this game at the moment, so literally all I want to play is this game. That's what happened with a number of my obsessions, and how I ended up having a ridiculous amount of hours in a certain Apex game.
Ew.
But yeah. Also, I'm just saying, I'm not going to play these in order. I've just started on the second.
I can't do that.
Already.
I have to play them in order.
No, I just play whichever one I come to.
Marie's
But just for any of those watching this and being like, what the frick are you doing? And it's like, well, it's not necessary that you need to play in order. I can't be bothered. To just be like, where's the first one? Because you have to find it and paint it before it shows up.
So fucking lazy.
Well, steal it. It doesn't make any difference.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't. It makes absolutely no difference.
There are numbers for a reason.
Just so that you can go between them and know, but you don't need to.
I just realized how shitty this was. Oh.
Yeah, the freaking OG hero shot is just
that is so bad.
Its fire rate is sad. But one time this was all we had.
Oh, I found the fish early.
Yep. But yes, if we that's how we both started. Which is always very weird to look back on. to be honest. Because it's, for me specifically, it's quite a while ago, right? I had no idea that this was going to go anywhere. I probably would have dropped the game had I not have just accidentally found Amino.
What?
That's how I got into the community, really. Amino.
Oh, the app.
Yeah, the app,
wow.
the collection of apps. Just took a notion, found it on the App Store, and went from there.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I probably would have stopped playing
that's sad
years ago. It's so weird to think about. But yeah. So what did you even start on, right?
Yeah.
What weapon took your fancy first out of all of them?
Well, I have, like, because I'm weird, I took screenshots of everything, even if, because I have the proof. Like, when I started playing, I was getting, like, 20 kills in, like, C rank, with another people getting, like, less than 5. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm actually pretty decent.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, so, what was it? My first weapon was the Octobrush.
Really?
Yeah.
I could not actually imagine you.
I have the screenshots, like, I don't know. I was stupidly good with that for some reason, and I don't know why I picked that.
Yeah.
At first, it was weird. But then I guess I moved on to the NZAP, and that just became my thing. And then I had, like, what was it? I was talking to some people because I was trying to get more on the competitive side. And NZAP, compared to a splatter shot, it just made more sense to go with splatter shot. You know?
Yeah, splatter shot will forever be one of the OG real good weapons. Like, you can't
really go wrong with it.
Yeah, exactly. Put that in a comp, you're grand, right?
Yeah. And after that, just dabbled in whatever else. When I got less competitive, I just played whatever I felt like, I guess. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But, you know. What the fuck am I... Did I just...
That's what you have to figure out, you know?
I went backwards slow.
I just lost a balloon that I almost popped. I'm very sad.
I'm going backwards.
Wait, what? Really?
Yes!
How many times have you played this?
I played... True. You have a point.
You're going backwards! Ty, how?
That's some idiot. I'm on autopilot, okay? Leave it alone. I see error, I see things, I go towards it.
Yeah, doesn't it also, like, tell you if you, actually bugger up? No?
Well, it clearly didn't, so... This game's not helpful at all. So how about you? What was your weapons?
Oh, mine's a freaking journey, alright? The more I think about this, I'm like, really? I started there? I started with the freaking arrow spray. Gold arrow spray. And for context, that's the one with the mine, I think. Yeah, with the mine and the what's the
we're talking about
Splatoon 1. Splatoon 1. Yeah, that's where I started. It's got a mine and ink strike. That was it. In my mind, I was thinking like the Splatoon 1 Booyah Bomb, and I just couldn't. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. But yeah, I started with that, and I think it was kind of because it painted well, but I don't even like ink strikes, so I don't even know why I stuck with it for so long. I have distinct memories of playing Black Belly with that and being like, oh my god, look at me paint, and then having stuff later on, or that exact memory coming back and me being like, what was I thinking? No, no, oh, past me. What were you doing?
Small plays right there.
But yeah, I think I tested a lot of different weapons before I settled on anything. Like, definitely that was the first thing. I remember really not liking guns for some reason. Like, I was just like, I don't want to... Yeah, no. Like, didn't like the splatter shots, didn't like the pro. Hated the pro. vehemently hated it. No idea why.
And now that's all you play.
Yeah, now that's one of my mains, for context. One of my mains is the K Pro or the Forge Pro.
Yeah, but only with the help of main power up that people actually started.
Well, there was damage up in that game, Ty!
Oh, yeah.
It existed from the start as well. It's so ridiculous. But I was like, no, I don't like guns. So I think I played OG Roller for a little bit, the Kraken version specifically. And then got over it because it didn't really have very much range. Didn't like the actual OG variant with its killer wheel and stuff. Eventually, and I think this might have had something to do with Dude. I have a feeling it might have been to do with Dude. But I tried the 96, right?
Oh.
Back before it got like a massive fall off nerf, which happened eventually. But it was a really good weapon. It also had its nice wee Kraken with its wall. Oh, such a good weapon. But yeah, I played that, and I consistently played that through the entirety of even going into competitive. And then I picked up the Dynamo one day, and I never looked back. Literally. I remember being in, like, I think it was a Turf War lobby, and just getting absolutely wrecked by some randomer with a Dynamo, and going like, you know what? You know frickin' what? I'm gonna do that to you.
Yeah, I think those are the best kind. You get wrecked by some weird, random weapon that you've never seen before, or you don't see many people play. That's what makes you wanna, play that weapon.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's also why I picked up the I think it was the E-Leader, because also I was vehemently against scoping in on snipers, so I didn't like the OG snipers, like the what are they called? The splatter scopes, right? They didn't have enough range. I didn't feel like I could be far enough away to snipe anything consistently, so I was like, nah, not interested in no snipers. But then I picked up the E-Leader because then I could just be really far away from people, which is exactly what I want while having a sniper in my... Yeah, range is good. That's what I learned, alright? Range is good. And then this game came along and completely changed everything. But we're not there yet. See, I told you this was a journey, alright? We're not even at Splatoon 2 yet. But yeah, so by the end of Splatoon 2, the weapons I played were 96, Dynamo. Love the Dynamo the most, have to say. Then they've ruined it in Splatoon 2. But regardless, Dynamo, E-Leader, especially the one with Echolocator, because I get bombs and I can just use that in people's faces. And then I picked up the wait, which was it? It wasn't Clash Blaster, didn't exist in that game. What was it called? Range Blaster.
If Clash Blaster
CRB,
existed, that would be so fucking broken.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculously so. But yeah, picked up the Range Blaster very near the end of Splatoon 2, or Splatoon 1's lifespan. And then Splatoon 2 came out, and everything changed. And now I tried to be a sniper. I tried, okay? It just didn't work. It wasn't for me. And then I became a freaking short-range roller. And that's like...
Exactly, you went from, what, range to, like, shortest range that you could...
So ridiculous. I still, like, think about that, and I'm like, how did that happen? I don't understand. What happened to me? But yeah, no. I went straight from E-Leaders and Dynamos, and 96s as well, to the Splat Roller. The OG Splat Roller with its curling bomb and its splashdown, and that was me. That's still my main to this day. And the weapon I have the most fun with is consistently the roller. Oh my word. But I also play Pro, as I mentioned. And NZAP, but it's support in general. And a little bit of Dynamo, but they've ruined my Dynamo, so it's only a little bit. This, the addition of the
go send the letters to
vertical
Nintendo.
flick. is just they made the horizontal one so much worse, and I'm just sad. Okay,
hey, maybe they'll
let
fix
me
it
be
in
sad.
Hopefully,
No,
maybe.
they won't. they would no. They're not going back on that. I'm just
no hope, none.
all I have is OG Splatoon 1 to go back to, and that is every so often I do, and I have so much fun just murdering noobs in Turf War with a dynamo. It's all I have left. So yeah,
sad.
see, told you, very long journey.
Well, yeah, you played both games.
Yep.
I didn't. So it makes no sense.
Yeah, well, you at least now have Splatoon 1. Not that it's all that easy to find a way to play it with people.
Yeah,
but, you know.
but I just kind of just stuck to the same weapons anyway with Splatoon 1 because
yeah,
that's
because
what I know.
Splatoon 2, yeah, exactly, and Splatoon 2 was very good at like kind of making or pushing forward on what was already made with Splatoon 1, right?
Yeah.
So everyone's always like, oh, but it's practically the same game. But there's differences, there's nuances, but they're obviously it is practically the same game. But us Splatoon nerds, we don't care. There's more content. There's more.
There's always content. Always.
Yes.
But,
exactly.
Because we like what is it? People made up like games and like what is it? The brush races and sniper battles. Like,
yes. There's always different ways. Yeah.
People still making new stuff. So.
Still, even to this day.
I still prefer my rig though. I can't be bothered with all that nonsense, squad parties and stuff. I'm like, nah. I'd rather just have an objective and just do it.
Yeah, I'd rather kind of just play like the ranked modes and just kind of try my best to play around people as a roller. It's yet again the most fun I have in Splatoon. Murdering people as a roller. To this day.
In their faces.
Forever.
Watching them die.
Yep.
You're more ruthless than I am.
Nice about... Well, and? Is that a surprise?
I'm ruthless in real life, who's ruthless in the game.
Yeah, I would be completely not the definition of ruthless in real life. I'm just here.
Oh, and then he died. Nice.
Ooh. Is that gonna murder me? No, we get. Alright, cool. Oh, I was gonna do that right.
About community.
Yes.
I am very intrigued to who you actually like first met, to be honest.
Oh, well, yet again, this is a very long story. There's technically 6 years of content here. Exactly. But yeah, who I first met, oh my word, there's a lot of drama involved in this as well. Just a heads up, but
I don't know if we can disclose.
Well, I'm not gonna mention people specifically, but as I said before, Amino. Okay, that's where I started from. I ended up. I think I was at a. It's so stupid because I think I was at a sleepover, right? I think I was at a sleepover at a friend's house, and we kind of finished watching.
Where? Where were you?
Oh, I think I was, trying to remember which friend that was.
Was it in Ireland or?
Oh wait, I was living in Ireland.
Yeah.
I was but a child, Ty. I wasn't in London. That's for sure.
I don't know if you went to America or somewhere else.
No. It's a meme that I'm American, but I'm not actually American, Ty.
I thought you were in America.
No, I've visited, but
yeah, that's what I mean.
I haven't lived there. And I did all my, went to school and everything in Northern Ireland. But yeah, so I was at a friend's house. Can't remember specifically why. It was about a year or so after I originally got the game. Got Splatoon 1 after my exams, and I remember we'd like kind of finished up for the night what we've been watching TV shows and movies and stuff and chilling, and I was just on my phone, like I don't want to go to sleep yet, but it was like I don't know 4 a.m. or something. Let's be real, I was a child. At a sleepover. This is how it works. You don't sleep.
Nope.
And I distinctly remember just looking up Splatoon on the App Store, and because I was like, I want, like, not knowing that at the time, but I want more content, right? I want to, like, I love this game, but I've got no one to share it with, because I didn't know anyone who had a Wii U. All my friends were PC Master Race nerds. It was such a way to grow up. Yes, yes.
Can't relate.
So I just didn't really have anyone to share that kind of passion I was growing with. So looked it up, found Amino, and started scrolling through. I think by that point I was at least A rank on my own. And for context, for anyone who hasn't played Splatoon 1, it's not quite the same as Splatoon 2 in its ranking system.
It really
there is no X rank. There is no S plus insert number.
It's a disgusting grind. And
well, yeah,
this is really bad. Like
it's quite the grind. But to be fair, so is Splatoon 2, just in a kind of different way.
Yeah, I think Splatoon 1 grind is way harder.
Yeah, though you've got to factor in that you could get the whole way up to A, or even you could get to just before A, or maybe you could get to S, in quads, right, or duos. So that also affected your ranked as opposed to just being like a league power that we have now. So definitely something that was good that they improved upon in Splatoon 2, the ranking system. Bit abysmal. But anyway, so I'd already made it to A at that point, I do believe, and I was looking for people to play with, and ended up talking to someone who, to be honest, I wish I still kind of knew, but she kind of ended up disappearing off the app at one point. But she introduced me to two other people. We would quad every so often, but that didn't really go anywhere. It was just kind of like, oh, that's a person who plays the game, hell yeah! And that was about it. And then maybe about, I want to say, like, a couple months after that, like 2 or 3 months or so, I ended up being like, you know what, I want to do competitive. I want to actually, because that was definitely something people talked about, right? But you would, even on Amino, which is a lot more casual than Discord, or the Twitter sides of things. But yeah, so I ended up seeing this little post. Whoops, I just took damage. This little post from this person who ended up becoming, well, kind of introducing me into the entire community and made a hub server, etc. There's a whole list of things. But ended up being the entire reason I got into competitive.
That's so
and
cute.
I'm not going to mention who he is because there's more to that. But yeah, it was a weird time because I was like, I'd never played a game competitively before. I was very much a Nintendo nerd, as I still am. But like competitive in its entirety was just completely foreign to me. I'd known 3 or 4 other people that played Splatoon at that point solely from Amino, and yeah, I was still just looking to do more, right? So, and then I ended up in my first team. Yeah, I don't really know how much to give away about it. Like, if I should name the team that I was part of, because I don't want to name different people, but they'll know who, like, they'll know, right? And this is years and years and years and years ago.
Well, do you think people will still know the people in the team?
I don't think so. Unless you were part of it. I don't think so.
Yeah, then I think it's fine.
It was very... Yeah, it was... Yeah, it was... Well, we went by the tag SW. Alright?
What?
Which could mean so many different things. But yeah.
Try hard name right there.
That's what it obviously did stand for stuff, but yeah, that's what our little tag was. There's a number of people, by the way, from this first team that I still know and are still in the community. So
that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Can I actually do that? Oh no, I can. There we go. I was like, I didn't think I had enough points for that. No, I don't think I did. No, I did. All right, that's fine. Just leveling up stuff. That. Yeah. No, I don't think I Yep.
Is
All
that
right.
the end of the Splatoon 1 adventure?
But, well, technically no. That's just we only just got to the first team, Ty.
Oh my god, you've done so much more than I have.
Yeah, though that's kind of what happens when I've been part of it for like 6 years. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
To kind of just like speed run through it a little bit. So from that team, that team ended up disbanding over a couple disputes, and ended up with the original person who was like originally in charge of that team. It went through a couple different captains, and he made a new team and a hub server, and it was kind of all looking like awesome, to be honest, at the time. Met some people that, yet again, still talk to. Oops, I need to explode that. Some kind of, I would call them lifelong friends. In that,
that's so cute.
Yeah, well, you know them. I just can't say their name. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you do. You do. And that went on for a while. Ended up in a relationship with one of the guys on the team, and
the train of relationships.
We're not going into that. Okay, we'll probably end up talking about some stuff in more detail eventually. But because of that, the captain ended up disbanding. We were not expecting it to be like you cannot date each other. What the frick? So yeah, we ended up not being part of that team anymore. Creating like a little like clan kind of thing. And I kind of ended up like chilling in that clan for quite a while, actually. Didn't really do too much competitive for, I think, about 6 months. We just mainly played together. We played in like tournaments together, but we weren't a proper competitive team as such. And then eventually I met another friend of mine, an American friend of mine, while I was looking for an actual competitive team to be part of. And got a whole bunch of different tryouts through him, and had a couple not so good experiences through certain tryouts, but for the most part it was actually very positive. And then I joined one team, and then Splatoon 2 happened. So a lot of it kind of was that early drama really going on with like me dating the guy and like stuff happening with that original second team. But yeah, so oh god, hello, this person just spawned right beside me. Hello. But yes, so and another one. Please die. But yeah, then Splatoon 2 happened, ended up in another team that I co-captained, was going pretty well, we were doing alright in tournaments. Then out of nowhere, the guy decided to make a new team and not tell half of us.
Oh wow.
There was more drama involved in that. I'm not looking for drama, I want to put this out here.
Sure.
Never looking for it. Not interested in it.
You both say that, yes, it follows both of us, so...
Yeah, it does. It really does. Too often.
Even recently you've had drama.
Yeah, exactly. It just ends up finding its way to us, let's just say. It's not something we're either all that interested in.
Yeah, it depends. If it's funny.
Well, you can find it funny, that's true. But I don't really want to get... I've had enough drama in my lifetime in competitive Splatoon, even in original Splatoon 1, to last me. I'm good. So, yeah. Anyway, continuing onwards, ended up getting out of that team and trying my hand at captaining for the first time. I'd be co-captain, I'd helped other captains, but I'd never actually been in charge. And actually, to be honest, if out of all of them, this and the other team I made are probably the ones I'd name drop, right? Did you? Oh my word. What kind of a comp player?
I know, right?
Very nice.
I'm trying to take the lazy route, when you're like half trying, but you gotta just like Ty, just do the bloody thing properly. Anyway,
well,
don't mind me.
I can't turn off my completionist kind of route with these. I need all of the eggs.
That. No.
Nah, I need them all. I need a better gun, dude. I'm getting all the eggs.
That
I need
them.
Like,
like the scrolls. Nah.
I've been getting scrolls. I really don't need them, to be honest. I do not need them. They're not going to give me more points. But I can't help myself. I can't always remember where they are, so I just follow the thing anyway. But yeah, sorry. To continue on where I was continuing, I started my first team. Yet again, still a good number of people that I'm in contact with. Oh my word. So many of the friends I've made through Splatoon. Like, oh god, taking damage. So many freaking good people. And people that I've played with, people I've played against. Can I please kill her? There we go. This community has been freaking awesome, okay? I don't want to be sappy, but it has. Didn't know that I could find such amazing people. Just by playing Squid Game. Lol. Oh, can I please hit her? No. Oh god, okay. Thank goodness I had armor. But yeah, no, so many good people, and ended up, we went with that team for quite a while, did a lot of tournament stuff with it, ended up not quite working out, ended up making another team once people started going their separate ways. Wait, is this the last one? Hold on. Yes, it is. Okay, then I want to kill her.
Wow, Stingray sucks. Oh my god.
Oh god. I'm here. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. There you go. Yeah, go down there, actually. I don't need to kill her. Goodbye. But yeah, I made that team, and then after that I kind of stepped back. That was kind of when it happened.
So this is Splatoon... Oh! I died again.
By the end of the second team I made, I was working full-time, wasn't in uni anymore. Though I am going back to uni now. But I was working full-time, didn't really have the same kind of time to give to it. And a number of people were kind of just like not really as into it. So I ended up stepping back from competitive. And then COVID happened. And I moved back home. I was living in London at that point. But I moved back home. And then I started streaming. So that's kind of my... I still do play a decent amount, especially with you nerd. But, you know, I'm doing Squid League stuff and play with friends, but I'm not really in competitive, and I don't think I'm going to be until Splatoon 3 comes out. But, you know, I might dip my foot in a little bit, but who knows. Kind of just feels like I gotta make sure I'm ready for Splatoon 3, to like hit the ground running whenever it actually does release. But yeah, that is the condensed version of my brief history with Splatoon. It kind of glossed over when we met, but we're gonna get into that after you talk about your version.
So how I got into the community. Well, I talked about how I first started, like, got into the game. Oh, so yeah, like everything seems to be either family, friend related. So I have a cousin, and they have a friend. So I don't know. It seems pretty easy for me to just be friends with my cousin's friends because I'm a nerd. So that makes things sweet. Because you don't really see many gamers, you know, actually want to play game and stuff.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah, so...
Remember, all my friends were PC Master Race absolute nerds.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I guess... I can't actually remember because my memory is absolutely shit. But I met my cousin's friend And then he introduced me to another friend who plays Splatoon. Okay. Stuff in the background. Yeah. So, what was it? I started talking in Discord because apparently I had no. I think it's easier for me to talk to people on Discord anyway.
Yes, I get you on that as well. Yeah.
So, oh wait. So that's okay. I'll finish this part because this part is the London, like actually meeting people who play the game, you know, in London that I can actually meet. Who plays Splatoon. So met my cousin through a friend, invited me to London meetup, and was shy because I'm shy.
Yep. Some people don't realize that, but you are.
I know, right? It's crazy. The one that doesn't talk, but you know. Yeah, so I guess from there I just... Because they saw that I was good, because I distinctly remember, what was it? One of the people there, your brother, said that I was good. I'm like, oh, thanks, dude. And so we just kept playing, and I guess it was, you know, it was nice to actually be part of a nerd group after a long while trying to figure out the whole friends and doing things that I actually like for once thing.
I should just reference, by the way, that the brother you're talking about technically isn't my brother. Okay?
Well,
just want to put this out there. Everyone just
that.
thinks we look very similar. He is not my brother. I have a brother, but it's not the guy you're referencing.
How do I jump to them? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to jump to the next fucking... I'm like, what? Map? No. Record? No.
Oh. I believe in your problem-solving skills.
How do I do this again, Zari? Help!
I don't know what you're doing. I can't tell you, because I can't see what you're doing.
Did I do this already?
You would have.
I did 4. Okay. Okay, so before that, which is weird, because we kind of crossed paths without crossing the paths. So... It was Zari's, one of her teams that she created. Well, this is way before I even knew who Zari was. Apparently, they were streaming, and I was in that streamer's community. Like, I was there every day, all day, watching this dude's stream.
Yeah.
So I was pretty well known, I guess, because of how often I would actually end up in the streams. I don't know how long after that we actually figured out that, like, you guys were both in the same team.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird situation, right? Because we had no concept of each other when we first knew each other, but there were all those, like, links.
That was so weird when we found out. Because I wanted to join a team, and he said that I should try out for you guys. I was like, I don't know why I didn't. I don't know what the reason behind that was. It was either because I was either busy or I think he was gonna do it for me, and then he just ended up not doing it. So I kind of just gave up and just did my own thing.
And regardless, we ended up meeting each other anyway. Thank goodness.
So that's so weird. We were supposed to meet anyway.
Yep. It was gonna happen. It was gonna happen.
So I was watching them for, like, what? I would say when I would say like a year, 2 years. I was watching the person.
Yeah, you probably knew him before I did. You definitely knew him before I did, I think.
I don't know, because I think maybe I have no clue.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like I
don't know. Like I can't. Can I look? No, I can't look at the DM's rep. Can I? I could technically find it out, but that's besides the point. Like, it's just so weird how, you know, everything basically just fell in line of me meeting you anyway. regardless.
Oh, I just accidentally died. Whoops. But
Me
yeah,
too.
no, exactly, right? We had no concept of each other, really. I was kind of like an abstract thing to you through this other person, and I didn't even really know you existed, because I don't think, well, for the most part, like, we had some times where he would be streaming, and we'd play with him on stream, but it didn't happen that often. He would mostly just play Turf 4 with people and stuff like that, so...
Or Salmon.
Yeah, or Salmon Run. So it was kind of all very kept separate, which I get as a streamer now, right? So...
It's just weird to think about.
Yeah.
The whole, I basically met you, didn't meet you, kind of met you, I guess. It was inevitable. Like, it was gonna happen
one way or another. Yep.
So yeah, but most of my thing, like my journey with Splatoon, was always from viewer to meeting streamer, being part of the community, whatever streamer was, because there was a few streamers that I can't talk about that you know, oh my god, that I can't, that I love being dyslexic.
Yeah, it's real helpful. Especially when you want to work. You're talking about streamers.
Yeah, so I've always been attached to Twitch in one way or another, and trying to find people to play with. That was my main thing. I was always a viewer, and then the streamer, making sure I was in the community at least. Because what was it? I finished school, I finished college. I just had a lot of time in my hands, so that was what I was doing. But yeah, I didn't like people, so.
Yeah, you want. Oh, whoops! I fell off again. You wanted people to play with, but also.
Oh yeah, I didn't like people. Yeah, so until meeting that friend, if I can call it, whatever.
At the time.
At the time. The friend at the time. Yeah, it was a nice change of pace, and actually got me out of my shell a bit, I guess. Because before this, I was stupidly shy, like didn't talk to
Which
anybody.
is very, like.
Which nobody believes me.
Yep.
Nobody. I think there's only one person from my secondary school days who actually knows me since I was 11 years old. So she knows me for nearly over 10 years now.
Oh,
so she's seen, like, I didn't swear, I didn't say anything sexual, I was quiet, like...
PG tie is a weird concept that
yes,
I don't think...
Dude, I was, like in primary school, I didn't sing the Lady Gaga song, because, you know... Yeah, but because I'm a child, and, just doing what people tell me. But do you understand, like, the innocent tie? I was
Yes. Very different from the current tie, yes.
I was stupidly innocent. I'm like, oh my gosh.
We all come from somewhere.
I know, but nobody, like...
No one believes you.
No. Nobody will ever know, except for, like, one person. And my family, I guess. But I don't think they're paying attention to me anymore, so that's a different story. So how we met? We met at Breeze.
Yes. Oh so, my word. The original Breeze.
What year?
The summer Breeze.
What year was that? 2018? 2019.
Was it 2019? No, I think it was... No, I think it was 2019. It was
beginning of 2019, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, June? Something like that. It was beginning of 2019.
Yeah, it must have been June. I didn't move to London until June. So, yep.
Yeah, so it was beginning of 2019. From the front of the time, we were trying to get tickets and stuff for Breeze because they didn't realize that it was going to be as big as it was because tickets just sold out.
Yeah.
They were just gone, and I was a bit too late to get one. So my friend at the time was trying to hook me up, but there was a pre-party.
Yeah, I remember this because oh no, I've just fallen into this bit. Hold on, I need to not die. But I remember I was meeting up with a number of friends who I hadn't actually met up with IRL at that point. And I just started the job I was working at in London. And I think I'd only been there for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks at that point. And then I came into London because that's not where I was living at the time. And yeah, no, it was... Oh my word. It just feels like it's so long ago because of COVID, so I'm like... Am I remembering correctly? But yeah, no. Wait, what was the original question? Now I've completely screwed over mine.
No, I was just going through how we met. Like, it was a let's just say it was a pre-party kind of thing. So I met up with, because I was already with the London meetup group. Like, I already knew, like, I'd say half of the people that were there already. But we went to...
Technically, I kind of knew some of the... Sorry to talk over you, but I kind of knew some of those specific London meetup crew because of different, like, events and stuff I'd been to. So, specifically, the guy we referenced earlier as my brother, but not my brother, I'd known him through a friend of mine who was on a team with him. Like, he was one of the people that I knew in London, and one of the people who kind of, like, brought me into the NX London meetup group, specifically. So, anyway, sorry for talking over you.
So we went to... Well, there was, like, a bar first at the beginning, so we went to that, and then we were, like, everybody was hungry, so we went to Nando's, and we had some food, and that's where How did I even start talking to you?
You were just sitting beside me.
No, because Are you sure? Because it felt more like I actually wanted to sit next to you. Or like you wanted to sit next to me. Because that was a really weird placement. Because all the people that you knew
were at the end of the freaking table.
Yeah. So I don't... So it didn't... I don't know. It didn't feel like it was a coincidence. Because the...
no, I think... Hold on. I think the guy we keep referencing was on the other side of the table or something. I was talking to someone else.
No, because he wanted to sit next to me.
Yeah, no, not the guy you're talking about. The my brother, but not my brother guy. I think he was on the other side of the table or something like that. Because I was talking to him, and your friend. Let's just call him your friend. And I don't think I really knew him, your friend, at all at that point. So it wouldn't have been like knowing him that would have had us sitting around. I don't... Actually, that's a good point. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, because it didn't feel like it was a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like,
but we hadn't met before that. I hadn't played with you before that or anything like that.
The seating arrangement didn't feel like it felt like it was...
Wait, could it possibly have been, had we all... No, we wouldn't have already done the Squid League stuff. No. I'm trying to think.
No. Unless it was... Did the friend know you first?
I'm trying to think if he did. Like, that's the one thing I'm thinking.
Because that would make more sense, because it's him.
But I don't know... Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe I'd known him through my roller friend, right?
Oh, wait.
Yes? The roller friend that you've met in person. Because they were on a team together, still at that stage. What? And I knew her very well, at that time. I'm trying to remember all the timelines of all of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just kind of just mixed into... Like, my
No, you know what? Yeah. I knew her very well because the whole EU Champs thing had already happened.
Oh.
Remember that? And I went with a whole bunch of people over to France for that, and she was one of them, along with a number of other people. But, we, knew each other very well from that. And then probably that was the connection, because she captained the team that your friend was on, so I vaguely knew of him.
You were captain? I don't know.
She was the captain of the team, not your friend.
No, I know, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, definitely. So if we get back on topic, so we think that this whole situation ended up happening this way because I knew someone from a time I went to it's not even a meetup, to the EU champs with a whole bunch of other players, and we were supporting the UK team, and let me think about this, and the reason that I kind of knew Ty's friend is because Ty's friend was on a team with my friend, who I knew through that.
Yeah. And my friend is very persuasive, I guess, in me wanting to meet other people or other players.
Yeah.
I guess a good friend, and
At the time, you guys were really good friends, though.
Yeah.
There you go. We got there in the end. That took a bit.
Yeah. Alright. And then after that... Oh, wait, who invited you to Annex?
Brother not brother.
Ah.
We're just gonna call him that. Brother not brother. He's not my brother, but in the community, it might as well be. And I think it was that night we met where the meme started, by the way, of him being my brother, because pictures were taken of all of us together, and everyone was like,
"Oh yeah," and then everybody was like,
"No, are you sure you're not related?"
Because we used the Snapchat baby filter.
Oh god.
And yeah, it looked like you guys were related as well.
Yep.
That's funny.
It's a meme that will follow me forever. I have very little to do with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we sat beside each other, didn't really know each other, chatted a bit throughout the night, then I ended up going to Breeze, with, I don't even know who I was playing with that first time. I remember the second time around. But I think it was part of that first team. There were a number of people who could go, but because we were like a European team, the first team that I captained specifically, like obviously some people couldn't make it, but yeah, no, it was a really good time. I've met a whole bunch of people that I hadn't met before, and yeah, and Summer Breeze. That was Summer Breeze was the first one.
Yeah, I just want to know how he kept talking after the
Well, no. What happened with Squid League, Ty? Squid League happened. That's what cemented it all. So Summer Breeze happened. Yeah. And, God. And then I went to America on this, like, family trip for a number of weeks. This whole thing. And, like, it was really not that long after we'd originally first met, but everyone was gearing up for Squid League. And I was like, oh, I'm not in London. They're like, no, you join this anyway. You're going to be blah, blah, blah. And,
yeah, you can still play.
And then I was away for ages, and I came back to London, and ended up getting into, like, practicing with you guys, and that's where it began. That's where it began. Oh, my word. Yeah, and then we...
So weird.
Yeah.
Why is it that easy? God damn
What do
it.
you mean?
Why couldn't it be just... It's probably because it's you as well. So most people just like you anyway.
You gotta remember, we were also meeting up on Saturdays. And to be honest, right, I am pretty sure... I am pretty sure you were the one who was like, you know what? You're my friend now. And I was completely down.
Did
I? Yeah, no. You hugged me when we met again. Like when I came to the next meetup that I was able to come to. You hugged me, so it's not just like, oh, it's I brought along this friendship, you know. You had a very, very strong push, let's just say.
Hey, be like that.
Yeah.
I don't do that to most people, so yeah, I don't do that to a lot of people, so
that's that is, yeah, it's definitely an anomaly. And then from there, like, it just kind of happened, you know?
Yeah, plus, like, our personalities, it just makes, I guess, sense. Like, it's positive versus a negative. Like, you don't swear, I swear. You're, like,
Yeah, we balance each other out, you know?
It's still, like, when people hear us, or, like, find out that we're actually BFFs, they can't really believe it, I guess.
It doesn't process correctly.
Yeah, it's like, what? How? How do you still like this girl? It's like, you just be like that.
It really do. Oh my word.
It's just one of them weird relationships, I guess.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, indeed.
Oh gosh. And I think we both make an effort. Even if even if we don't, like, talk a whole lot, we still make an effort. Like this, like, you know, exactly. Streaming or, you know, hanging out every Tuesday, like, that's effort. Or, like, when we were at the meetup, we would go get bubble tea or do other stuff or plan.
we would do stuff beforehand because bubble tea is very important to both of us.
And Oreos, just in general.
Oh, Oreos, yep.
Just very good.
That's what you bond over.
Plus, yeah.
We bond over Oreos and bubble tea.
Plus, there's a lot of things that
and obviously Spillin.
Yeah, Spillin and baking and cooking and...
Oh, like, so much baking. I'm so sad we never actually got to do that baking together. There was a time when one of the other people at Meetup, we were talking about things we could bake, and he was like, you know what? I would get all the ingredients for you if you wanted to make like a cheesecake, but then he ended up being busy, and then it just kind of fell apart.
Him being busy, that was a good reason, because we found out that...
Yeah, it was for a good reason, right? It was, like, pretty good excuse.
Very good excuse.
Yeah. So, can't really stay mad. But, yeah. Oh, my word.
Oh my god, I'm dead. Oh, I'm good.
You doing okay there, Ty?
Just trying not to get squished.
That's, you know, I agree. It's a good thing not to get squished.
Oh my god, I cannot with these things. The Roombas.
Get up on this platform. There we go. Roombas.
Oh,
the Roombas.
Why am I so bad at this game? God damn it. How many hours? How many fucking hours? And I can't do a single thing.
Well, you haven't done it recently, to be honest, neither have I, but every so often I'll still do stuff like this.
Yeah, but, like, I find this harder than Ultra Expansion. Like, god damn it.
Yeah, that is a bit weird then, because Octo Expansion is,
no, because this one is
more. It's supposed
this
to be
one's more unpredictable. Like the Roomba fishes, like I want them to go somewhere.
Still love it.
They're not taking me there, and then they move, and then I have to, like, swim up, and then it's like, oh, it's too much. It's too much. Yep.
Alright, so I think we'll be stopping there for our first episode, guys.
Thank you guys for listening. Hope you all enjoyed. I was talking a little about our gaming journeys, and there will be more to come next episode.
Yes, and important to let you guys know that we are aiming to have this podcast go out every 2 weeks, so on a Tuesday. So just keep that in mind.
And if you want to hear more from us, our socials will be in the description down below.
And if you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and give us some feedback, because we are rather new to this.
Thank you guys again, and hope to see you next time.
Bye!
See you.